Thank you for joining us today. I'm Joe Kujawa, your Millcreek Township Supervisor. And today I have a special guest with me that I'd like to introduce to you because there's some exciting things that they're doing in our community that we want you to know about. Today I have Captain Mark, and it's
Unruh.
It's my pleasure, Mark, to have you here. Mark is with the Salvation Army. And there's many branches of the Salvation Army that I learned. That's why I wanted to do the program today and bring it to you and let you know what's going on in our community. With that, Mark, thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
And let's see if we can give the people that are watching us today some idea what you do, what the Salvation Army does, how they affect our community, and what we can do to help you and the organization become better at what you do.
Okay.
What is it that you do for the Salvation Army, and what is the Salvation Army all about?
Okay, well, my title is Captain Mark Unruh. I am the administrator of the Adult Rehabilitation Center at 12th and Sassafras. The center is a long-term program. It's mainly deals with substance abuse issues, but that's not necessarily the whole crux of the issue. We deal with people that have social issues, whether they've fallen away from society for whatever reason, got in trouble with the law, and just not able to cope with day-to-day comings and goings.
Because when I think of the Salvation Army, I think of the two stores, the one on 12th and Sass, and the one at the Summit Plaza, I believe. And I think of clothing all the time. I didn't realize that the substance abuse program and dealing with men, and the program that you have. I think that when we talked last, you were sharing with me some of the things that the Bible studies that you have and programs for the guys to come and a little bit about the guys in general, but then also I hear, and you were just telling me, and I didn't realize it, that you have beds that are available to people that are in need.
Yeah, there's at least, I think as of this morning, we still had 10 empty beds. And that kind of, it bothers me knowing that there's people out there that need our help. That don't even know why we're there. I know in our discussion before you said you didn't really even know what that building was at 12th and Sassafras, and I think I've gotten that a lot from people, that they don't understand that building is an actual rehabilitation center that helps people get back on their feet.
So those beds then that you have there in the rehabilitation center that you have, how is all that funded? How do you do what you do, and where does your funding come from?
Well, the Adult Rehabilitation Center, that arm of the Salvation Army, relies 100% on the collection, processing, and resale of donated items, mostly clothing. About 75% of our funding comes from the resale of clothing. We collect the clothing in our donation boxes or at our sites, at our store locations. We process that, then put it in the store, and then once that's sold, that is where we get the funding for the program.
Is there any other funding that comes in that the people need to know about? I mean, if someone said, geez, they call me at the township and they say, geez, Mr. Kujawa, I was listening to the program and I really want to help out, is there any other methods of being able to help you guys raise funds?
Well, at the Adult Rehabilitation Center, like I say, we have to rely on donated goods. If somebody was a lot of times we'll have a graduate or something like that makes it in life and goes out and gets a job and he wants his monetary donation to go to us directly. That happens every now and then, but if somebody wants to help the Salvation Army through a monetary donation, that would have to go to the Core Community Center, which is located on Liberty Street.
Okay. The other thing too, and I want to get into, so don't let me forget, the boxes of collections that are out there, but the other thing is the kettles that we see at Christmas time and stuff like that. Where does that money go, and is how is that working for your organization?
As the organization as a whole, for the Salvation Army, that goes to Core Community Center. The Core Community Center has a lot of programs. Of course, we're a church, so they have the church services on Sunday morning. They have things throughout the week. They have a seniors program. They have an after-school program. There's a lot of things that they do there. If you want to contact them, they're at the phone number there is 454-6497.
Okay. that'll be good, and we'll be able to do a follow-up with them. But they are affiliated with the Salvation Army. It's just a different branch
Correct.
of the Salvation Army. Okay. Well, then let's get back to the boxes then, because I know that right now in Millcreek Township, we have done some things, and hopefully not to hinder but to help. With businesses you'll drive by, perfect example is 32nd and Zook, and you'll see boxes out there. And there's not one box out there now, but there's 3 different boxes out there now. And I'm not here to promote one box over the other, but the Salvation Army boxes, people can actually put clothing in those. That's where you get your money. The color of your box and
our boxes are white, and they'll have the red shield on it. They also have Doing the Most Good on there, but they have the shield, they have our contact information, our telephone, and the address.
So if they have a larger item, they can call
They can call up. We do house calls. We come to your house and pick up.
Okay. So your boxes are white. They've got the Salvation Army
Red
shield on it. It has a number on it that you can call.
Yeah.
What are some of the items that are too big for the box that people...
Well,
is there anything that you won't take?
Well, if an item is damaged, a lot of times we receive a lot of damaged things, and if you're putting an item in a box, especially if it's a bric-a-brac or a glass item, you don't want to just drop it in there, because once it goes in, it's a good chance it's going to break, hitting the bottom of the box. So you're better off calling the 1-800-SA truck phone number and scheduling a pickup. But yeah, clothing and shoes are good in the box. I try to let people know that when they donate a bag of clothing, the average clothing, like trash bag size bag of clothing, usually renders about 17 usable garments. The average price per garment that in sale over the past 6 months is $262, I believe, as of this morning. So if you put that together, it comes down to about 24 meals, 3 hours of counseling, that I can supply to the men in my program through that bag of clothing.
So one bag of clothing that's donated, and again, folks, what we want to emphasize today is you may see different boxes that are out there. You may see them in different locations. You may see them side by side. But the one box that's out there that goes to the Salvation Army that helps with the programs that we're talking about today is basically the white box with the Salvation Army seal on it with that phone number. And if it's a number that, if you've got a couch, end tables, chairs, tables, whatever the case may be, it may be too big to put into that box. There's a number there that you can call, and they'll make an arrangement for the truck to come and pick it up.
Yes, and that's extremely important as well, too, to make sure that you don't take something to the box that won't go in the box. Once people start leaving stuff outside the box, the property owners, of course, and the neighbors then get a little upset about it looking that way. So then we end up losing that spot. So it's very important that whatever you donate at the box makes it into the box and not outside on the ground.
And again, people leave stuff outside. Residents get upset, they don't like it, things are flying around, they call the township, and we've got to do something about it. But with those boxes, that's what we wanted to clear up today. The white ones are going to the Salvation Army. One bag of goods will feed or give 17 meals.
Well, no, it's 17 garments. It's about 24 meals to men in my program, yeah.
So you may think...
It goes a long way.
Yeah, you may think that you've got some clothing or whatever the case may be, and you don't know what to do with it. Here's a perfect opportunity to be able to help those in need and donate that stuff to the Salvation Army so that they can work with those people that are less fortunate